For nearly 5 decades, a tiny spacecraft has been gliding through the cosmic abyss, far beyond the planets, past the sun's fading embrace, into the frigid, uncharted void between stars. Launched in 1977, it was never designed to survive this long, yet it persists. A silent sentinel transmitting faint signals back to Earth from a realm no human will ever witness. Its mission was simple: explore the outer planets and then drift into the unknown. But its latest transmission wasn't just data, it was a revelation, a chilling anomaly that has left scientists stunned and the world grappling with questions that defy logic. What did this aging probe uncover at the edge of our solar system? Why are experts calling it a discovery so shocking it could rewrite everything we believe about the universe? This is the story of a machine that wasn't supposed to last, a signal that wasn't supposed to exist, and a mystery that feels like it's staring back at us from the darkness. Picture a spacecraft no bigger than a small car, built with technology older than most people watching this. Its memory is a mere 69 kilobytes, less than a single email today. Its power comes from decaying plutonium batteries, fading by 4 watts every year. Its signal, sent across billions of miles, is weaker than a refrigerator light bulb. Yet, against all odds, it's still out there, 12 billion miles from home, farther than anything humanity has ever sent. This probe, launched during a time when disco ruled and computers filled entire rooms, was a gamble. It was born from a once-in-a-lifetime cosmic alignment, a rare moment when the outer planets, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune, lined up perfectly. A young engineer, working late nights with pencil and paper, calculated their orbits by hand, plotting a path that would use each planet's gravity to slingshot the spacecraft across the solar system. It was a daring plan, a cosmic pinball game that sent this probe hurtling toward the stars. No one expected it to survive this long. No one expected it to reach the edge of the solar system. And absolutely no one expected what it would find there. In 2018, this spacecraft crossed a boundary called the heliopause, the point where the sun's solar wind, a stream of charged particles, gives way to the wild, untamed forces of interstellar space. Its twin, launched just weeks earlier, crossed this threshold in 2012. But what this probe encountered was different. Scientists expected a chaotic shift in radiation, magnetic fields, and plasma as the spacecraft left the sun's protective bubble, known as the heliosphere. They were ready for strange data. They weren't ready for impossible data. The heliosphere, long thought to be a tidy, teardrop-shaped shield around our solar system, turned out to be anything but. Instead of a clean break between the sun's influence and the galaxy beyond, the probe detected a turbulent, shifting zone, a cosmic no-man's land where the rules of physics seemed to bend. Magnetic fields that should have flipped remained stubbornly unchanged. Radiation levels spiked in ways that didn't match any models. Plasma waves surged and ebbed like a heartbeat from something unknown. It was as if the probe had stumbled into a twilight zone, a place that didn't belong to the solar system or the galaxy, but somewhere in between. This wasn't just a glitch. The data was clear, precise, and baffling. For decades, scientists believed the heliosphere was a neat boundary, a protective cocoon woven by the sun's magnetic field. But the probe's readings painted a far messier picture. The edge of the solar system isn't a line, it's a storm, a chaotic, wavering frontier where galactic winds clash with the sun's fading breath. The probe detected irregular pulses of cosmic radiation, waves of plasma that didn't align with the sun's cycles, and magnetic fields that refused to behave as predicted. It was like stepping into a new room only to find the walls moving, the floor shifting, and the air humming with an energy that shouldn't exist. Some researchers began to whisper about a magnetic twilight zone, a region where the galaxy's unseen forces, magnetic fields from distant stars, interstellar winds, or even the ghosts of ancient cosmic events might be reshaping the heliosphere in ways we never imagined. The probe wasn't just crossing a boundary, it was revealing that the boundary itself is alive, dynamic, and far stranger than anyone dared to guess. Then came the anomaly that stopped everyone in their tracks. In one fleeting transmission, just 2.4 seconds long, the probe picked up something no one could explain. A repeating frequency, measurable, deliberate, and unlike anything ever recorded. It wasn't random noise. It wasn't a natural plasma wave. It was structured, almost rhythmic, like a signal with intent. Official reports dismissed it as a malfunction, a hiccup in the probe's aging hardware. But behind closed doors, engineers and scientists weren't so sure. One researcher, speaking off the record, admitted it didn't feel intelligent, but it felt purposeful. The signal hasn't repeated, it may never repeat, but its existence, however brief, has ignited a firestorm of questions. What could produce such a pattern in the emptiness of interstellar space? Was it a natural phenomenon we've never encountered? A remnant of some ancient cosmic event? Or, dare we even ask, something else entirely? The probe, with its 1970s circuits and fading power, wasn't built to answer these questions. Yet it's forcing us to ask them. Let's step back for a moment and consider the sheer improbability of this moment. This spacecraft was launched when the internet didn't exist, when floppy disks were cutting edge, and when the idea of interstellar travel was pure science fiction. Its instruments were designed to study planets, not the void beyond. To save power, engineers had already shut down several systems, including the heater for the cosmic ray detector. In the sub-zero cold of deep space, that detector should have failed. It didn't. Against all odds, it kept working, sending back data from a place it was never meant to reach. This isn't just a triumph of engineering. It's a testament to human stubbornness, to the relentless drive to explore, to build something that outlives its creators. The probe carries a golden record, a 12-inch disc etched with humanity's voice, music from ancient flutes to modern rock, greetings in 55 languages, the sound of laughter, a mother's lullaby, and a message of hope. It's a time capsule, a cosmic message in a bottle, cast into the galaxy with no promise it will ever be found. But now, as the probe drifts through the darkness, it's sending us a message, a whisper from the edge that feels like it's meant for us. The data keeps coming, and with it, more mysteries. Beyond the heliopause, the probe is now exposed to galactic cosmic rays, high-energy particles born in the hearts of exploded stars. These rays are relentless, capable of piercing metal, scrambling electronics, and shredding DNA. They're not random. The probe has detected pulses, rhythmic bursts of energy that suggest something structured, perhaps dense clouds of invisible plasma or the scattered remains of ancient stars. These findings are forcing scientists to rethink the heliosphere's shape. Instead of a smooth, comet-like bubble, it might be a jagged, porous frontier sculpted by galactic forces we've never measured. Some theorize that the heliosphere is being compressed by interstellar magnetic fields, warped by winds from distant supernovae, or even influenced by unseen cosmic structures, relics of the universe's violent past. The probe is revealing a solar system not as an isolated oasis, but as a fragile bubble adrift in a turbulent galactic sea. This discovery is more than scientific, it's existential. If the probe's instruments, hardened against radiation, are struggling under these cosmic rays, what chance would human life have beyond the sun's shield? Space isn't just empty, it's hostile, alive with forces that dwarf our understanding. Yet the probe keeps going, a lone emissary carrying humanity's voice into a realm that doesn't care. Its golden record, with its sounds of Earth, is a fragile gesture, a whisper of kindness in a universe that screams with violence. And now, that 2.4-second anomaly has added a new layer to the story. Was it a glitch, a natural phenomenon, or something we're not ready to name? The probe's signal is growing weaker, its power fading as its batteries decay. By 2030, it may fall silent forever, its instruments shutting down one by one. But before that happens, it's delivering a final message, one that challenges everything we thought we knew about our place in the cosmos. Imagine the scene, a control room filled with scientists, their faces lit by flickering screens as they decode the probe's latest transmission. The data streams in, line by line, from a distance so vast it takes 18 hours for the signal to reach Earth. Most of the readings are expected: radiation levels, plasma density, magnetic field strength. But then, buried in the numbers, is that anomaly. A repeating frequency, clear and unmistakable, like a heartbeat in the void. The room goes quiet. Someone double-checks the data. Another runs it through a simulation. The results don't lie. It's real. For 2.4 seconds, the probe heard something that shouldn't be there. The official explanation is cautious, almost dismissive. A hardware error, a cosmic fluke. But the whispers start. What if it wasn't a glitch? What if, in that fleeting moment, the probe brushed against something we've never encountered? The questions pile up, each one more unsettling than the last. Is the universe as empty as we thought? Are we alone, or is something out there just beyond our reach, waiting? This isn't just about science, it's about what it means to be human. The probe is a relic of a time when exploration was driven by wonder, not profit or power. It was built by hands that no longer hold the tools, guided by minds that no longer walk the earth. Its code was written in languages forgotten by modern machines, yet it endures not because it's perfect, but because it's human. It carries our curiosity, our hope, our need to know what lies beyond the horizon. And now, it's speaking from a place no one has ever been, telling us that the universe is stranger, wilder, and more alive than we ever imagined. The heliosphere isn't just a boundary, it's a battleground where the sun's fading influence clashes with the galaxy's relentless power. The probe's data suggests that our cosmic neighborhood is being shaped by forces we can't see. Magnetic fields from distant stars, winds from ancient explosions, perhaps even structures we don't yet have names for. It's a reminder that we're not the center of the universe, but a tiny speck in a story that's been unfolding for billions of years. Let's talk about that golden record for a moment. It's not just a disc. It's a portrait of who we are. It holds the sound of waves crashing on a shore, the cry of a newborn baby, the rhythm of a heartbeat. It carries music that spans centuries, from ancient chants to electric guitars. It includes greetings in languages that may no longer be spoken by the time the record is found. It's a message of peace, of curiosity, of hope, that somewhere, someday, someone might listen and understand. The probe, carrying this record, is humanity's longest handshake, extended across the stars. But now, as it drifts through interstellar space, it's doing more than carrying our voice. It's listening. And what it's hearing is shaking the foundations of everything we thought we knew. That 2.4-second signal, that fleeting pulse, feels like a response, a whisper from the void that says, "You're not alone." Even if it's just a natural phenomenon, even if it's just a quirk of plasma or radiation, its existence is a wake-up call. The universe is not silent. It's speaking, and we're only just beginning to learn its language. The probe's journey is a story of defiance. Defiance of time, as it outlives its creators. Defiance of distance, as it travels farther than any machine ever has. Defiance of the impossible, as it sends back data that challenges our understanding of the cosmos. Its instruments are failing one by one as the cold of space seeps into its circuits. Its power is dwindling, its voice growing faint. Yet it keeps going, driven by a spark of human ingenuity that refuses to die. Every signal it sends is a miracle, a thread of connection between a tiny machine and the planet it left behind. And every signal carries a warning. The universe is not what we thought. The edge of the solar system is not a quiet frontier, but a chaotic, living boundary, shaped by forces we're only beginning to grasp. The probe is showing us that our cosmic home is more fragile, more connected, and more mysterious than we ever imagined. As the probe drifts farther from the sun, it's entering a realm where the rules change. Without the heliosphere's protection, it's exposed to the full fury of the galaxy. Cosmic rays that can tear through steel, magnetic fields that twist and warp, plasma clouds that pulse with unknown energy. These aren't just abstract concepts. They're threats, dangers that would destroy anything less resilient. The probe's survival is a miracle, but it's also a reminder of our vulnerability. If a machine built to withstand the harshest conditions is struggling, what hope would we have out there? The data suggests that the galaxy is not a welcoming place. It's a wilderness, vast and untamed, where the forces of creation and destruction dance in a rhythm we don't yet understand. Yet the probe keeps going, carrying its golden record, its message of hope, into a place that feels increasingly hostile. The 2.4-second anomaly is the heart of this mystery. It's the moment that turns a scientific discovery into something more. A feeling, a question, a shiver down the spine. Scientists are trained to be skeptical, to dismiss anomalies as errors until proven otherwise. But this one is different. It's too clear, too structured, too unlike anything else the probe has ever recorded. Some have speculated it could be a natural phenomenon, a plasma wave, a burst of radiation, a ripple from a distant supernova. Others wonder if it's something artificial, a signal from a source we can't comprehend. The truth is, we don't know. The probe wasn't built to analyze signals like this. Its instruments are too old, its power too weak. But the fact that it happened at all, that a machine from the 1970s detected something so strange in the depths of interstellar space, is enough to make anyone pause. It's a reminder that the universe is full of surprises, and not all of them are friendly. Let's consider the implications. If the anomaly was natural, it means there's a phenomenon out there we've never encountered, a new kind of plasma wave, a magnetic structure, or a cosmic event we don't yet understand. That alone would be groundbreaking, forcing us to rewrite textbooks and rethink our models of the galaxy. But if it was something else, if it was intentional, even in the vaguest sense, it changes everything. It would mean that the probe, drifting alone for decades, stumbled across evidence of something beyond our comprehension. Not a spaceship, not a little green man, but a signal, a pattern, a trace of something that doesn't fit. The odds are slim, but they're not zero. And in the vastness of the universe, even a slim chance is enough to keep us up at night. The probe has given us a glimpse of the unknown, and it's both thrilling and terrifying. The heliosphere itself is another puzzle. The probe's data suggests it's not a static bubble, but a dynamic, ever-changing frontier. Galactic magnetic fields, stronger than we realized, may be compressing it, warping its shape. Interstellar winds, carrying the echoes of ancient stars, could be pushing against it, creating ripples and folds we can't see. Some scientists now believe the heliosphere is porous, riddled with gaps where galactic particles slip through. This would explain the probe's erratic radiation readings, the sudden spikes in cosmic rays, the strange plasma waves. It also means our solar system is more exposed than we thought, less a fortress and more a fragile web, vulnerable to the galaxy's whims. The probe is showing us that the boundary we took for granted is not a wall, but a membrane, thin and trembling, between us and the infinite. This discovery is a wake-up call. For too long, we've seen the solar system as a cozy neighborhood, a safe haven in the vastness of space. The probe is shattering that illusion. The edge of the solar system is a battleground, a place where the sun's influence fights a losing battle against the galaxy's might. The probe's data suggests that galactic forces, magnetic fields, cosmic rays, plasma clouds, are not just passing through, but actively shaping our cosmic home. This isn't just about physics. It's about our place in the universe. We're not separate from the galaxy. We're part of it, caught in its currents, shaped by its storms. The probe, with its fading voice and ancient hardware, is reminding us that we're smaller than we think, more connected than we realize, and more vulnerable than we'd like to admit. The golden record adds a layer of poignancy to this story. It's a symbol of humanity at its best, curious, hopeful, unafraid to dream. It carries the sound of children laughing, the rhythm of a heartbeat, the music of a world that dares to reach for the stars. But now, as the probe drifts through a hostile wilderness, that record feels like a prayer, a fragile offering to a universe that may not care. The 2.4-second anomaly makes it even more haunting. What if the record, with its message of peace, was heard? What if the anomaly was a response, however faint, however fleeting? The idea is almost too big to grasp, yet too compelling to dismiss. The probe is carrying our voice into the unknown, and for one brief moment, it seemed like the unknown answered back. Time is running out. The probe's power is fading, its instruments shutting down one by one. By the end of the decade, it may fall silent, its signal lost to the void. But before that happens, it's giving us one last gift, a glimpse of a universe that's wilder, stranger, and more alive than we ever imagined. Its data is forcing us to rethink the heliosphere, the solar system, and our place in the galaxy. Its anomaly is challenging us to question what we believe is possible. And its golden record is reminding us that, even in the face of the unknown, we choose to speak, to listen, to hope. The probe is more than a machine. It's a mirror, reflecting our curiosity, our resilience, our need to know. It's a testament to what we can achieve when we dare to dream beyond the horizon. As the probe's signal grows weaker, its message grows stronger. The universe is not empty. The edge is not the end. There are forces out there, magnetic fields, cosmic rays, plasma waves, that we're only beginning to understand. There are mysteries, signals, patterns, anomalies that we may never explain. But the fact that we're hearing them at all, through a machine built by human hands decades ago, is a miracle. It's proof that our curiosity can outlive us, that our questions can echo across the stars, that our voice can reach places we'll never see. The probe is drifting into the darkness, carrying our hopes, our dreams, our fears. And in its final moments, it's telling us to look up, to listen, to wonder. Because the universe is speaking, and we're only just beginning to hear it. What did the probe find? Was it a glitch, a natural phenomenon, or something we don't yet have the courage to name? The answer may lie in the data, in the stars, or in the questions we're only now learning to ask. One thing is certain. This tiny spacecraft, built in an era of slide rules and dreams, has changed the way we see the universe. It's shown us that the edge of the solar system is not a quiet frontier, but a turbulent, living boundary. It's revealed that the galaxy is not a distant backdrop, but a force that shapes our cosmic home. And it's hinted in one fleeting moment that we may not be as alone as we think. The probe's journey is a story of exploration, of resilience, of wonder. It's a reminder that the universe is vast, but our curiosity is vaster. That the darkness is deep, but our light can still shine. So, what do you think? Was the probe's anomaly a cosmic fluke, a new discovery, or something more? Did it stir something in you? A sense of awe, a shiver of fear, a spark of wonder? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if this journey into the unknown left you hungry for more, subscribe and hit the bell. The universe is full of mysteries, and we're just getting started. The probe's voice may fade, but its message will echo forever. Keep exploring, keep questioning, keep listening. Because out there, in the silence, something is waiting to be heard.